From all corners of the Roman world, people would gather here, but for all our strength.
Can you feel that?
We lived in the shadow of a greater power.
Kit Harington, thank you so much for joining me on Big Pond Movies. Now, this film is, I guess you'd call it a classic, I don't know, sword and sandals movie. What did you do to get into characters? Did you go back and watch Spartacus and Gladiator and all those films?
No, I avoided those films. I'd seen Gladiator enough to know it off by heart anyway. This film, quite stylistically different from Gladiator. It's got a similar story running through it, a similar through line, but style-wise quite different. The main thing I did to get into character was going to the gym. That's the first place I started. I spoke to the director and I said I think he should look a certain way. I think he should be very lithe, very fast and very, very muscly.
So that's the way it was originally written, right? That he's quite a big character.
He was originally written as like a beast, you know, like massive. And that's what we went for first. We went for big, huge, bulging muscles, and actually it didn't really fit my body type.
Right.
I'm not built like that. I'm built quite lean.
Well, can I tell you though, but from the vision that I've seen though, you definitely look buff in this film.
Yeah, well,
You must have worked hard.
I did work hard, yeah. It's with a film such as this, you have to really go for it. You have to really look the part.
You did have a lot of big fight scenes. Did you hurt yourself at all in Pompeii?
Didn't hurt myself in Pompeii, no. I got a few knocks and bruises, and you get a bit torn up at times, a bit scratched, but I seem to just injure myself off camera. That's
Doing
how
what?
I do things. Just being an idiot. But no, I generally I've been very lucky as far as not injuring myself while doing the action sequences I have done for Game of Thrones or for Pompeii. I've been pretty safe.
You seem fairly fearless in this film. Do you actually personally have any secret phobias?
Spiders, which this is not a good place for spiders.
No.
Syringes and injections, I really don't like.
Oh, yuck.
I faint regularly.
Me too.
Regularly, I pass out. Yeah.
Yeah. Even a tetanus shot, I passed out.
Complete whim. You can cut me with a sword. If I don't know it's coming, I'm fine. But if I know that injection is coming, I hate it.
This film is obviously about one of the most famous natural disasters in history, but it's also a love story. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, it's nice playing with a disaster movie like this and putting a love story in there. It kind of needs that human element for you to care about what the volcano is doing.
My family were butchered by the Romans.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry. What would a Roman know of such things?
I am not a Roman. I am a citizen of Pompeii.
And why do I see Rome's eagle everywhere I turn?
I am no part of that.
She's sort of way out of his social league, and when the volcano goes off, it levels the playing field for them.
Yeah, right.
In a similar Titanic-style way.
If I were to spare the life of this slave, what would it be worth to you?
Senator?
I believe you understand the question, my dear.
Emily Browning is an Australian girl, so we're super proud of her. What was she like to work with?
She's very passionate about her work. She's got a similar sense of humour to me, so we had a laugh on set. With a film like this, you need to have a laugh on set, and so we did. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough work at times, but she threw herself in there and we had a great time.
The wildlings breach the wall. They'll roll over everything and everyone.
Obviously, you're Jon Snow again. Season 4 is about to start of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He's gone from being kind of the emo character, in your own words, in the series, to now he's sort of becoming a real man. What can we expect from your version of Jon Snow in this coming season?
I think he'll always have the emo quality to him. I think he's an emotional young man. He's quite introverted, he's quite sulky at times. Within that, he commands respect of those around him. You know, I always think those sort of slightly alpha men, that's who he'll become. One of those sort of surly, quiet types who actually commands a lot of respect from those around him.
Tell your father I'm here, and tell him the Lannisters are the only ones who pay their debts.
I read all the way through and I got really up to date with where we were, and I got too far ahead of myself, and now I only want to read the books as we're about to do them. So it'd be interesting returning to see how in the books, in the 5th book,
Yeah.
how he is as a person as to how I remembered him when I read the others.
Yeah. And does his character rub off on you personally?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think
Is it hard to leave him at the office?
it's always nice going back to him.
Yeah.
Each season in July or whenever we start, and each season I put on the same outfit, and it feels nice being back with him. It's a strange feeling.
If you want justice, you've come to the wrong place.
Game of Thrones season 4. What would you say to your fans there? What can they expect this season?
Biggest season yet. Action, very action-packed. Probably the most expensive series of TV ever made, and they've gone for it. They don't hold back.
Pompeii, just to wrap up, why would you say that a film lover should go and see this film?
I think it's good old school filmmaking, great CGI, and it's a good, fun movie to watch.
Fantastic. Thank you
Great,
so much.
thank you. Lovely meeting you.
Nice to meet you
Thank
too.
you.